Hi to all, welcome to my channel. Today I will tell you how to use arrays in Java programming language. But before going to that, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the updated notifications. Now let's go to understand what is an array. That is, array is a collection of elements, or we can say an array is a container object that holds a fixed number of values of a single type. Then the length of an array is established when the array is created. After creation, its length is fixed. That means once the array is created, its size cannot be increased or decreased. Next one, each item in an array is called an element, and each element is accessed by its numerical index, whereas the index starts from 0. Next, types of arrays. The single dimension arrays are also called as 1D arrays. Next one, we have two dimension arrays are called 2D arrays. Later, three dimension arrays or 3D arrays. That means if you have more than two dimension arrays, those are called as multiple dimensional of arrays or multi-dimensional arrays. In Java, these multi-dimension arrays are specially called as nested arrays, and it is discussed in our next upcoming videos. Now, here note, you can also declare an arrays of arrays, also known as multi-dimension arrays, by using two or more sets of square brackets. Let's go to how to declare an array. The declaration of an array is in two ways. That means we can declare int array with the variable num. Next one is you can use int variable num with arrays. Both are legal ways. So also the square brackets can be placed either after the data type or after the name of the array. Both are legal in Java programming language. Next one, how to declare arrays of various data types. First we have taken byte array, second one is the short array, integer array, long array, float array, double array, boolean array, character array, and string arrays. Next one, creating a single dimensional arrays. First we can use int items equals to new int items of int 5, whereas this is correct as per the C++, but whereas this syntax will generate an error in Java programming. That means while declaring an array, you should not specify the size of the arrays. Let's go to understand another one, int items of square brackets. That means it is to declare an array, means it is the declaration of an array. Next one is allocation. To allocate, we have to use the new operator, that is items equals to new int of 5. That means while declaring an array, you have to use the square brackets. Next, while allocating the memory, you have to use with the new operator. Whereas these two steps can be implemented in a single step, like int items square brackets equals to new int of 5. That means we have both declaration and allocation, which it is called as initializing an array. Let's go to understand the structure. That is, when you allocated the memory with the 5 items with the new operator, next one it is having null items, but it is having its indexes starts from 0 to length minus 1, that is 0 to 4, means totally it is having 5 elements. Next one, how to assign the values to an array. To assign the values to an array, we are using the steps like items of 0 equals to 100. It is the first element. Next one, it is items of 1 equals to 200, second element. Later items of 2 is 300, items of 3 is 400, next items of 4 is 500. Now let's check its structure. It is looks like this one. These are the items with the array name, and it is having the 5 elements with is 100 to 500. and its index is from 0 to 4. Now accessing array elements, you can access the array elements by using its numerical index. That numerical index is from 0. So first one is we are using system.out.println element of 1 at index 0 is items of 0, next one items of 1, next items of 2, 3 and 4. Next we are creating and initializing an array. That means there is an alternatively you can use the shortcut syntax to create and initialize an array, that is integer array. Array name is values and it is holding the values from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so on up to 80. Next one, how to find out the array size. There is a very important feature in Java programming, that is, it is the big difference between Java and C++ is that Java arrays know how big they are, and the language provides a protection from walking off the end of the arrays. That is, to find out the array size, we have to use int size equals to array name dot length. For example, if our array name is items, then we are using items dot length, then we can find out the size of the array. Let's go to understand its practical examples with the coding. For doing that, I have a Eclipse IDE. In Eclipse IDE, I am writing a one simple program, and for saving the valuable time, I have given some structure. In that structure, first program is goes to array example from scratch. For that, I am using int items. I am declaring an array. This is actually declaration of an array. Next one, I am allocating the memory, that is items equals to new int of 3 items I am using. Later we have to initialize the values or assigning the values. Items of 0 equals to 100, and similarly I am copying this and change the code is 1 with the 200. It is I am giving 200. Next one, it is 300, whereas its index is 2. Let's go to print its items. System.out.println, that is value at 0 index is plus items of 0. Similarly, I am going to printing the remaining elements. Let's do copy and paste. In that one, change 1, index is 2, later change 1 and it is 2. Let's go to execute the code. Press Ctrl F11 to execute the code. Now it is processing. Wait few seconds. We may get the output. Yes, now the output is value at 0 is 100, value at 1 is 200, and value at 2 is 300. Yes, let's go to write the another example, that is I am writing array demo 2. In the array demo 2, we are printing the elements by using for loop. For doing that, I am directly initializing the values, that is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now let's go to print its elements, that is I am using for loop for int I equals to 0, then we can print up to the size of the array, length of the array. For doing that, use I less than values dot length. It is finding the array size, then I plus plus. Let's go and use system.out.println. In that we are using values of I. Now to print its indexes, just I am using value at plus I plus use some symbols s. Now try to run this particular code. It is executing. Yes, you can check it. Value at 0 is 10. Next one is 1 is 20. Later 30, 40 and 50. Yes, this is the second way to print the array elements by using for loop. Later I am going to writing one another example that which is used to print the element by using the enhanced for loop, that is enhanced for loop. That means there is a for loop is used for printing the elements from arrays and collections. First we are introducing with the arrays. Now for doing that, simply you can use for int I colon use values. That's enough. Later I am going to printing its elements by using I. Now try to run this one using control F11. Yes, it is printing the elements from 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. This is the easiest way to print the elements by using enhanced for loop. I hope you enjoyed the code. Thank you for watching this video.